Ho, 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 happy holidays to you and our Thin Thinking family. The holidays promise so much: connection, comfort, warm and snuggly memories. But sometimes the holidays can go south. Maybe we feel lonely because we're not with anyone. Or maybe because there are just so many people around and emotions are close to the surface. Or our healthy resolve is met with mountains of unexpected food temptations. Let's face it, the holidays and binges for some of us can go together like Rudolph and Santa's sleigh. But this holiday, I am going to give you some top-of-mind tips to prevent holiday binges, and then we're going to settle in for a nice holiday hypnosis session. Sound good? Well, get in your cozy recliner and come on in. Did you know that our struggle with weight doesn't start with the food on your plate or get fixed in the gym? 80% of our weight struggle is mental. That's right. The key to unlocking long-term weight release and management begins in your mind. Hi there, I'm Rita Black. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, weight loss expert, best-selling author, and the creator of the Shift Weight Mastery process. And not only have I helped thousands of people over the past 20 years achieve long-term weight mastery, I am also a former weight struggler, carb addict, and binge eater. And after 2 decades of failed diets and fad weight loss programs, I lost 40 pounds with the help of hypnosis. Not only did I release all that weight, I have kept it off for 25 years. Enter the Thin Thinking podcast, where you too will learn how to remove the mental roadblocks that keep you struggling. I'll give you the thin thinking tools, skills, and insights to help you develop the mindset you need, not only to achieve your ideal weight, but to stay there long term and live your best life. Sound good? Let's get started. Hello, 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 and welcome, friends. It's the countdown to the holidays, and we are dropping this episode just a few days early so you can be prepared. And my hope is to prevent some holiday binge or emotional eating. Speaking of prevention, I am recording this a bit earlier because on December 23rd, I believe maybe the day after this drops, I will be having surgery to remove my ovaries and fallopian tubes. Is that TMI? I didn't not want to mention it because, as you know, I kind of give you the 411 on me and sometimes TMI. But yes, this holiday I am going under the knife. And, you know, it's nothing big. I mean, it's surgery, but it's preventative. There is nothing wrong with me. I'm healthy as a horse. But some of you know this, but many of you don't. My amazing mother and her mother both passed due to ovarian cancer. So I should have done this procedure a long time ago. And in fact, I was scheduled years ago in the month of March of 2020. But you all know what happened then, right? Just a little thing called the international global pandemic. And then we were in lockdown and my life got really busy. I was getting my kids launched. I was starting really to rev up my online process. I started my podcast. My husband retired. And then my HMO, Kaiser Permanente, which there, is a good side and a bad side to everything. But my HMO kept moving my surgery. So frustrating because with, some health plans, they will say, oh, you need surgery. Let's schedule that 6 months in advance. And, here's your date. Not with mine. No, they're like, well, we can get you in next week. How's that? And, to a woman with a busy schedule and a lot going on. I can't roll like that. I was like, I have clients and students and people, and frankly, I am sorry, but I have to mentally prepare. This is surgery. Okay, I sound like a diva, but don't rush me. So finally, I say to them, to the scheduler, to the poor scheduler, I should say, and her name's Veronica. I said, Veronica, please, please. She's like, I know, I'm so sorry. I can't, give you something ahead of time. And I was like, yes, you can. I bet there's one day that you can find where I can nail that in. Nobody else wants that day, or, just there's got to be something. Let's create some magic. We manifest it. I was like, come on, Veronica, we can manifest this. And she was like, oh, yes, I have the date, December 23rd. And at first I thought, you have got to be kidding me. It's the holidays. It's the day before New Year's, not New Year's Eve, before Christmas Eve. But then I thought, that's kind of a great time. I won't be teaching or serving my community in, at least the first 3 or 4 days after that. My kids are going to be home and can dote on me totally, and I can just sit and recover. And, well, okay, let's do it. Deal. So I will be saying goodbye to my ovaries, and I will be saying hello to prevention, peace of mind. That I'm doing what I can to, along with living a very healthy lifestyle, to live to my goal of 100 plus years so I can dance at my son's 60th birthday party, since I had him when I was 40. So just as I will be practicing prevention with my surgery this holiday, I want to give you some solid steps, 10 solid tips to prevent a holiday binge, because binges any time of year are a bummer, but a binge during the holiday is even a bigger one because it can disconnect you from yourself and the magic of the holidays, which, as we know, isn't found in food, but in the power of being present in your body and senses in the moment. So here are my top 10 binge prevention tips before I take you through a nice holiday hypnosis session to just slide us into a powerful, healthy holiday. Now, you've probably heard me mention all of these. I don't think any of them are new, but this is hopefully a quick top of mind refresher that can cut through all the other holiday noise that all the supermarkets and the magazines and everybody who wants you to feast on those feasty feasts holiday things are visions of sugar plums. I want to cut through all that to the best way to manage binging. And the best way is prevention. Some of you know I had a health ed teacher in high school. His name was Mr. Stacy. And when he talked to us about birth control, he was like, kids, hope is not a method. Hope is not a method. And that applies to the area of weight management as well. Hope is not a method. The hope and fears of all the years, yes, we can sing that, but I hope I don't binge is not going to do it for you. Sorry, you've probably hoped you won't binge before, and guess what? You binged. So let's prevent and not hope, and let's just take some powerful action steps to prevent emotional or binge eating over the holidays. All right, so tip number 1, take time each morning to create how you want to feel that night going to bed. Now, this does a couple of things, and if you haven't heard me talk about this is sort of like a little before you wake up morning or get out of bed morning meditation. Even more important during the holidays when we're rushed around and hopping out of bed and, shopping and responding and reacting to a lot of things. This is maybe one of the most mindful things you'll do in the morning. take a breath and just really imagine having a healthy day and going to bed feeling light and connected to yourself. This helps your brain focus on that. And if you feel the feeling, it really engages your reticular activation system, which is going to help you sort through all the other nonsense thrown your way and say, nope, nope, no thank you. I want to go to bed feeling light and connected to myself. So tip number 1, just take a little time to feel the feeling of how you want to go to bed tonight every single day of the holiday season. 2, think through your vulnerable moments. Think through your vulnerable moments. So this can be done in the same sort of meditation. After you think it through how you want to feel, think through your day. Think through where you're going to be vulnerable. If you're going to a party that day, maybe you want to think through people offering you drinks or, holiday peppermint cheesecake or whatever's going to be thrown at you. Or maybe if you're like me, some of my vulnerable times are cleaning up after me cooking for everybody. And there's, maybe something left out on the counter, or I'll just have an extra bite of that pie, right? That could be a vulnerable time. Think that through. What are you going to do? How are you going to behave? And practice it in your mind, what you want, the outcome you want, so that you're preparing your mind ahead of time for the outcome. You will do so much better, and you will show up for yourself so much more if you've thought it through ahead of time. So think through your vulnerable moments. And, if you're like, I'm not sure what my vulnerable moments are, think about last holiday and where you succumbed, or think about just in general where you end up succumbing. Is it peer pressure? Is it moments alone? Is it you forget to eat all day and then you come home and you overeat because you allowed yourself to get too hungry? Think about those things, and just taking that little extra time to show up for yourself, it's so wonderful. Okay. 3, move your body and stay connected. So I know a lot of you live in really cold climates, and maybe going out for a jog or a bike ride at this time of year is not going to be feasible. But we can dance, right? We can turn on Spotify or Alexa or any of your various devices, or even at what we like to do at my house, we do have a record player, and we put on the Partridge Family holiday album. Yes, I still have it, and you cannot have it. David Cassidy singing the holiday songs, rocking around the Christmas tree. Yes, I still have that. So maybe it's on Spotify, but I don't know. Anyway, I digress. So you can dance, you can sing, you can run around at your house. I have a lot of my clients will do walking videos and things like that inside your home, but I like to dance to the Nutcracker Suite if I'm not dancing to the Partridge Family. So pretend you're a ballerina and get out there in the middle of your living room and dance the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. All right, now, number 4, take brain breaks. Because our brains are overstimulated, and during the holidays, it's going to be overstimulated on steroids. And that's when we overeat, overdrink, because we are not stopping and taking care of ourselves and giving ourselves brain breaks. So what do you mean by this, Rita? Well, every couple of hours, do a reset. Go sit on a chair and close your eyes. Go outside and walk around. Go, lay on your bed. That's my favorite. And shut your eyes, and you'll feel your central nervous system buzzing, and just allow yourself to decompress. And it will give you more wherewithal. I mean, even take a nap. I have an Alexa, and sometimes she really bothers me. I mean, she's awesome. Sometimes I can say, Alexa, play the news. Alexa, play, my favorite tunes while I'm cooking, or a podcast or something, and she'll do it. But every once in a while, she gets a little sassy, and I'll say, Alexa, shut down, and she won't. Alexa, shut down, and she won't. She'll keep playing the music, playing the news. I'm like, Alexa, shut down. She doesn't. So I have to unplug her. And so unplug yourself. Just like Alexa, sometimes we won't shut down. We just, refuse to stop, just like a toddler, at night. I'm not going to go to bed. We'll refuse to do it, and then we'll pay the price. We'll overeat. We'll be overwhelmed. And we'll get depleted and not feel good. So please take care of yourself and take brain breaks, and because you need them. If your computer's acting up, what do? You turn it off, you turn it back on, and voila, it seems to work. All right, 5, practice stimulus control. Those of you who've worked for me know what this skill is, but just keep the crap off your counters, and please, out of your house if you can, but put it in your cupboards, and don't open it. I mean, if it's opened, if your family opens it, fine. Have them put it somewhere where you're just not going to have a relationship with it. An open packaged is a lot louder in your brain than a closed and sealed one. And a closed and sealed one in the bottom of your trash bin outside is even more quiet. So really just pay attention. A large percentage of weight management is stimulus control. I hate to say it, and at the holidays, people do a pretty bad job of stimulus control. They don't take care of themselves that way. It makes me so sad and mad. I'm like, you could have prevented this just by asserting yourself, by creating boundaries. Ask people. The people will do what you ask them to if you ask them in a way where you're empowering the situation. You don't have to say, well, keep this crap away because, I'm going to eat it. Just say, you know what, this, the peppermint bark sitting on the sink, it's a stimulus issue for me. I just see it. I get a little overwhelmed. Can I just remove it so I don't have to see it? Please. Okay. And just ask powerfully, and try to create a win-win. Just say, where can I put it that it's going to work for you other than on the counter? I want to, make sure you can reach it, but I just don't want it. Or can you put it, please, somewhere where it's really easily accessible for you? I don't want you to have to worry about it, but I just don't want to have to see it. Okay. Here's one that you may or may not know, but no naked carbs. Do you know what a naked carb is? I know a lot of you do. But a naked carb is especially a refined carb eaten on an empty stomach or without any other like protein or fat with it, because naked carbs hit your bloodstream, spike your blood sugar, drop it, and you usually feel hungrier than before you ate the carb. It also can turn on your carb zombie if it's a trigger food like eating candy on an empty stomach. It's going to then open up. It's going to be like a gateway drug to eating more. So just if you can do one behavior, avoid eating carbs on an empty stomach or by themselves. Wrap it up in a little clothes. Like if you're going to eat an apple can make you hungry sometimes. So wrap your apple with a little peanut butter or a little slice of cheese, and it will help stabilize you. So no naked carbs. Eat your candy after dinner. Eat desserts with a meal or with a protein. Or make sure sometimes you can have a nice protein-based dessert. Like I like to make a apple in the microwave for a couple of minutes, bake it really fast, put cinnamon on it, and then put a big dollop of Greek yogurt on top of it. So delicious dessert, and it's got protein and fruit, and it can be like a snack or a meal in and of itself. Keep drinking alcohol to a minimum. We did a whole podcast with Colleen a couple of episodes ago. She gets into the whole, thing about like managing social drinking. But, if you know this, if you drink a lot, typically you're going to eat a lot more. So set a minimum, create that boundary in your brain, and, have a nice alternative drink instead. I really like a little diet tonic with bitters in it and lime. And so it looks like a cocktail. It tastes like a cocktail, but it's not a cocktail. And it's very satisfying. Number 8, breathe many times during the course of your day. And what I mean by that is take a deep breath and pause. Take a breath. We call it the shift breath. Pause and be mindful. It's just a mindfulness breath. It brings you into the present moment. And then ask yourself, what do I need right now? Do I need a break? Do I need to get away from my friends and family and go hide in a room and decompress myself? Do I need to eat something? Just keep tuning into yourself. And do this also before you eat. Sit down to a meal. We often dive into our food before, without much mindfulness, and it's all gone before we even get present to it. So sit down, take a breath, be present, and then eat. Another great time to take a deep breath is when you open the fridge just to see what's in there. And you're about to reach for something and you aren't hungry. And you take a breath and it's like, am I hungry? No, I'm not. Okay, I can shut the refrigerator. So another great time to take a deep breath. 9, have a mantra. I love mantras because they're kind of like self-hypnosis. You can just say them to yourself all the time. I am healthy through the holidays. That's one of my favorite. I'm healthy through the holidays. It helps me remind myself who I am. And, it's a great reminder. I'm healthy through the holidays. You can pick one for yourself, but I'm going to stick with that one. No starting over January 1st. Okay, this is like a no-brainer, but I have to say it because you might feel the pull of this because it's a habit. It is a habit for your brain to say, if you get off track, we'll start over January 1st. I want you to understand it's a habit in your subconscious mind and it needs to be broken. So do not allow that part of your brain to win because then you're going to reinforce that habit and you're just going to have to break it next year. So break it this year. Be mindful. Say, no, I'm not starting. I'm starting today. I am sticking with, just start the next meal, make it a healthy one. You go off, you eat a bunch of fudge. Okay, great. Forgive yourself, love yourself, and say, okay, next meal, back to being healthy. And, otherwise it's just going to keep reinforcing itself. Now, what if you binge? Well, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself while you're binging. I forgive myself. I'm overeating right now and I am forgiving myself. And then talk to the part of you that is binging. There's a part of you that's kind of like tuned out, and then there's a part of you that's binging. And if you can be present in a binge, if you can kind of say, okay, I'm binging without beating yourself up, because usually a couple of things are happening in the binge. Part of you is binging, and then part of you is either checking out or is beating yourself up. So if you start a conversation with the part of you that's binging, often that part of you will slow down and kind of stop. Not all the time, but it's a really good tactic. So here's what it might sound like. It's like let's say you're eating through some almond roca. And I say, hey, happy holidays, part of me that's binging. I noticed that you're having to eat a bunch of almond roca. And, you don't have to be mean about it. Just like, I noticed you're having to eat a bunch of almond roca. I'm curious, what's going on? And that part of you may or may not say, I'm feeling really stressed, or these looked really good, or just needed a break. And it's like, oh, okay, great. I'm curious though, how many more almond rocas do we need to eat before we feel like they've done their job? And when you ask your binging part of yourself that question, often it will have an answer like 4, 2, 0, the rest of them. But, by engaging that part of you, it's kind of like talking to a tantruming child. If you're just telling that child to shut up, or ignoring them altogether, they're just going to keep tantruming until, they want you to pay attention to them. And if you say, hey, what's going on? What are you feeling? What are we doing here? And they feel heard and they feel seen, and they can say to you, I'm mad, I'm sad, whatever. They will begin to calm down. So try it out and let me know how that works. Okay? Great. Now, I hope that little quick trip down the binge prevention lane helped you. Now we're going to head into a nice, relaxing holiday hypnosis. So let me prepare you a little bit if you've never listened to a hypnosis session before. Here are some things if you haven't been through a hypnosis session before. This will be a light hypnosis session. You won't be going that deep, but please do not drive during a hypnosis session. I think that's probably pretty obvious, or operate any heavy machinery. I know I always feel strange, like that you're going to be out in the farm plowing the fields with your tractor while doing hypnosis, but you know what I mean? Like, no, heavy machinery, gardening equipment, saws, or even blenders, please. Just find yourself a quiet place, please, and lay down or sit down or sit up. If you tend to fall asleep or go deep during hypnosis sessions, maybe you want to sit up a little bit, but just somewhere you will not be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so. Like I said, it's a light hypnosis. It's not going to go too deep, but if you do go deep and lose the sound of my voice, in the beginning or during the session, just know that your subconscious mind is getting the value. So don't get stressed out about it. That's the last thing I want you to do. And really listen to me with your 100% open and loving and success ears. Like, yes, I want a warm and healthy holiday season, and just stay open-minded. Your conscious mind may wander during the session and be thinking about, like, did I get that present for Aunt Mildy? And that kind of stuff. And if you do find yourself doing it, which you probably will, just guide yourself back to the sound of my voice. Okay? So just begin by taking a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, close your eyes. And just begin by allowing each and every breath to carry you deeper and deeper relaxed. Allowing all the sounds within the room and outside the room to focus you more fully and completely upon my voice. Allowing all my words, building one upon the other, to go with you as you drift and dream. And let's begin now by you allowing your awareness to just settle gradually on your breath, traveling in and traveling out. You don't need to try to breathe. Your breath just breathes itself naturally for you. And take another deep breath in now into your body, and send a wave of relaxation from the top of your head all the way down to your feet and out of each and every toe. And again, take a deep, deep breath into your body as you just begin to relax more and more. As relaxation flows up and down, and in and out, and all around you. And as you relax even deeper now, you can just choose to relax more and more, deeper and deeper now, into a very peaceful, very relaxed, very comfortable position. You may even choose to become as comfortable as you want. And As I count now from 10 down to 1, just imagine yourself on a staircase of relaxation. And with each number down, you descend even more deeply into relaxation, twice as deep as the number before. So starting with that top step 10, taking that first step down, 9, deeper and deeper, relaxing and letting go of all the stress of the season. 8, even deeper, knowing you have everything within you to have a happy and healthy holiday. 7, even deeper, opening your mind to connecting with yourself and your self-care. 6, even deeper now, relaxing even further down to 5. And now 4, deeper and deeper, drifting and dreaming. 3, deeper and deeper. 2, way down now. And 1. And at the next step, the bottom of the step, stepping off to the bottom now, down to 0. You see in front of you now, at the bottom of the stairs, a door to your subconscious mind. Go ahead and put your hand on the handle of the door and open the door. And as you push, you find the door opens easily for you. And as you open that door, you step into a really beautiful place of peace and tranquility of your own imagining. And it may take you a little time to get a sense of this place, but wherever it is, it's a place out in nature that means relaxation to you. So maybe it's a relaxing beach scenario, or a mountain meadow, or a wonderful forest, peaceful and serene. And as you come into the center of this place, we like to call it your subconscious mind, your place of your imagination, where you can create change at a very rapid pace. Just allow yourself to be relaxed in this wonderful setting with nature all around you. And imagine yourself walking around with lightness and ease in your own natural light and healthy body. And as you take a moment, just notice that at the edge of this place of nature is a mirror, just a full-length mirror. And as you take a moment to notice that in here, in this wonderful, tranquil setting of your own choosing, you can see a mirror, just a full-length mirror where you can imagine yourself standing in the mirror and you can see yourself at the end of the holiday season and the new year, looking happy, healthy, lighter, having released weight and stuck with your weight release goals. So seeing yourself at the end of the season in the new year with confidence in your eyes, a look of feeling really happy and connected to yourself because you made healthy choices over the holidays. You made light choices over the holidays. So as you get a sense of that you at the end of the holiday season, that you that feels proud of their choices, confident, just take a nice deep breath and bring this image inside you as an internal blueprint. Good. And now take another deep breath and bring yourself in your imagination inside your body. So just for a moment, I'm going to ask you to see yourself from the inside out, from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, as if you are in the inside of yourself, on the inside. You're imagining you're in your body, and you can see and notice that there are some areas of your body, even your memories, all that you have ever experienced, are lit up with tiny lights, maybe like holiday tree lights, twinkling with different colors. And you can probably see that some lights are burned out. They no longer work. And of course, you know that some light needs to be replaced. So let the lights begin in your head with the light that represents your thoughts. So just in your mind, let's look at the lights, and the first light you look at represents your thoughts. And notice what color this light is. Good. And now deeper inside your brain is a light that represents your self-talk and thoughts and even memories about yourself. What color is that one? And your throat has a light that is related to the way that you communicate with yourself and other people. So notice that color. And your heart has a light related to your feelings and emotions. What is the color of that light? There are lights all over your body, some bright, some dim, some heavy with darkness. And maybe it's time now for you really to take notice of these lights, to pay attention to yourself, to your health and well-being this holiday season, staying connected to the light within you. Because these lights are the signals in those areas of your body or mind that light the way for you to enjoy staying connected and making healthy, light decisions for food and exercise this holiday season. But maybe you haven't realized yet that some lights may need your attention. So why don't you test the lights one by one while you pay attention to the color of each light and what each color means to you. And especially notice whether the lights are bright or dim, or even the place inside you where the light has gone out. And if you're ready, in whatever way that you see with your inner eyes, begin now to make sure that all the light inside you is on. Taking one light at a time is good enough for you to notice any areas of your body or your mind or even your memories that have dimmer lights than others, or lights that are completely out. So just take this moment to notice, pay attention to yourself. And imagine you are traveling inside of your own body towards any of the lights that need to be replaced. As you look around, you might notice a light out somewhere inside that is preventing you from choosing to feel good about yourself. So go ahead and adjust that light now. Allow that light to be bright, filling up the dark places with light is the self-loving choice. And now how about the light that represents your self-advocacy? Asking for what you need, creating boundaries, allowing yourself to say, no thank you, when you really don't want something, or to ask for what you need in support and help. Go ahead and adjust that light and brighten it now. And while you take a good look around, don't even think about it. It's not important to remember that you have resources. You have everything that you need to make a change into lightness of movement and ease. Go ahead and find that light for movement and exercise and turn that up bright, connecting to yourself with moving your body every day lovingly through the holiday season. And now your task is to listen carefully to what is revealed to you about strengthening your intention to be healthy each and every day of this holiday season. So go ahead and find that light that represents healthy food choices and saying no to the foods that trigger you or make you feel off center. Go ahead and lighten that light up now. And while you're at it, you're lightening up your body for your long and healthy life. After all, this is your life. Good. And as you scan your body again, take another look at the light inside you. And if there are any other lights that need to be replaced. And now ask your subconscious mind, is it safe for you to turn on all the light you need to walk around in the new year in your own natural, light, and healthy body? And then ask your subconscious mind to start with just one light at a time, just like 1 pound at a time is good enough to slowly but surely return to filling up with the lightness of self-care. As you place yourself into the next year, a future where the light is on you and in you, to see yourself walking around in your own natural and healthy body, naturally light, moving with lightness and ease. And when you're ready, allow yourself to feel what it's like to be moving with freedom and lightness and ease. What clothes are you wearing now that you gave yourself the gift that keeps on giving? All the light you need to feel good about yourself is a good thing. After all, this is your life, and you can walk lightly through it. One light at a time is good enough. Just like some part of you already knows this image is that new blueprint, light enough to be your reality. And because most people know that to see something they want to create out in your everyday life is to visualize yourself walking around in your own natural, ideal weight, healthy body, now moving with lightness and ease. Notice how being light fills to your body. And every time you turn on the light, anytime, anywhere, lights up your intention to take in only that amount that feels light. That's right. Each and every time you turn on a light, anytime, anywhere, a clear image of yourself already walking around in your own natural, healthy, ideal weight body appears in your mind, almost as if you couldn't even help it at all. And now as I count forward from 1 to 5, just allow yourself to come back 20% each way. 1, feeling good, ready to step through your holidays with lightness. 2, staying connected to yourself on a deep level, your true intention and desire to end this year feeling healthy and well and light. 3, knowing you have everything you need and within you here today to see this through. 4, ready and willing to take good care of yourself each and every day through this holiday season and into the new year. And 5, eyes open, coming back, ready to get on with your day, or if this is a time of sleep, heading off into a peaceful slumber. welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that session. And come back and take care of yourself, drink some water, and really take care of yourself today. And have a healthy holiday. Just take care of yourself every day of the holiday. Just show up for yourself first, and everything else, I swear, will fall into place. I'm not saying to be selfish. I'm just saying to show up for you and stay connected so that you can be present, and people will enjoy being with you, and you'll be more of service to people because you're feeling aligned with yourself. So take care. Have a safe, warm, connected holiday. I wish you, your family, your friends, your community a harmonious, lovely, great weather, no bad weather reports, and really joyful holiday season. And I promise I will be back next week with some New Year's goodness. But in the meantime, have an amazing week, and remember that the key, and probably the only key to unlocking the door of the weight struggle, is inside you. So keep listening and find it. Happy holidays, my friends. I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening to the Thin Thinking Podcast. Did that episode go by way too fast for you? If so, and you want to dive deeper into the mindset of long-term weight release, head on over to www.shiftweightmastery.com. That's www.shiftweightmastery.com, where you'll find numerous tools and resources to help you unlock your mind for permanent weight release, tips, strategies, and more. And be sure to check the show notes to learn more about my book, From Fat to Thin Thinking, Unlock Your Mind for Permanent Weight Loss, and to learn how to subscribe to the podcast so that you never miss an episode.